What's up, everybody? It is Gail, removing my fat suit. The person's YouTube that you decided to subscribe to, but I don't post ever. It's me, it's Gail. We're all stuck in quarantine, and we're all probably going super crazy, except for I've become a detective of my health problems. And I wanted to share with you guys an update on all things Gail and all things drama and all things health related. And I wanted to share that with you guys because yes, I see your comments. Yes, I see your messages. And sometimes if I feel like it, I'm responding to comments, but I probably don't do it as much as I should. This is not a paid for YouTube channel. So I have a life outside of YouTube. I hate to say it, but you don't have to subscribe. You don't have to click a bell. What are those YouTubers talking about anyways? So, but all honesty, I'm here today to give you guys an update on my journey to becoming less of a fat suit. Forgive me well in advance because this might be long-winded. I might be giving you a ton of information and I might not know when to stop talking. I tend to tell stories and I'm so uncomfortable sitting in this chair. And my stories go on and on and on and on and on. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the Nissen Fundoplication. Okay, forget, you know what? Who cares if I can't say it correctly? I got the procedure done and y'all want to know how I have been with that. So, oh my goodness, I feel like, what year did I even get it? Like 2019, a year ago? So January would have been 1 year. And so it is September right now, 2020. So October, November, December, January. So I'm what? Somebody do the math. Quick. 20 months. It's been 20 months. So almost 2 years since I've had the surgery. And I know a lot of you guys ask, is it successful? Yes, it's successful. I have zero heartburn. I have, honestly, zero issues when it comes to all this stuff. Now, let's talk about some other stuff that you guys have asked. Can you throw up? So I haven't had an episode where I've had to throw up. I do think there was one night where I thought I was going to puke my brains out, and instead I had horrible poo-poo pains, and I don't need to share any more of that. So there's that. Other things, I have not drank soda since the day of the surgery. Why? I just chose not to. I chose to try my best to make good choices, and I even started to lose weight. And then Corona happened, and I think everybody in America gained weight, right? So I actually lost 20 pounds just before March, and then I gained the 20 pounds back, y'all. So not happy to say that happened, but it happened, and such is life. I'm on a journey to removing my fat suit, and it is exactly that. It has been a journey. So I haven't had a chance to throw up, nor do I want to throw up. I sometimes will brush my tongue when I'm brushing my teeth, and I'm like gag, and it's like I also kind of got maybe depressed about posting an update about the whole thing, because if you watched all the videos, you'll remember that I had some scans done and they found a small hiatal hernia, and I thought that had got fixed, and I went to him and he said, oh yeah, it's fixed, they don't know what they're seeing in the scan. And then I ended up having to get another scan a couple months or 6 months or however long later, and they said that it had grown. So there's that information. I do not have good feelings about this area right here. So it's this area right here. This is my shirt. I have a black bra on. But so there's that hole and there's that hole. So I know I had heart surgery, so I had to have 2 holes. I feel like they went in, you can't really see it, but I feel like they went into this hole right here to fix the Nissen stuff. And this area right here does not feel good. And that's 20 months later. And nor has it ever really felt good. If I laid on my stomach to do a push-up, It doesn't feel good, y'all. It just doesn't feel good. And most recently, I have been feeling it not feel good at all. More. Like, there's probably, I'm not even saying the right word for it, but y'all, grammar polices, just stay away. Like, just stop watching my videos, because I don't need you guys to tell me if I'm saying things correct or not correct. That's just rude. I'm just saying. So, yeah, there's definitely pain there. And I do have an appointment with my PCP next week just to address it, just to say, hey, look, there's this pain here, but maybe it's scar tissue, because it's also, like, right where the heart surgery stuff's at. See the surgery, like that scar there? So it's all in here, but more so it's on my right side, right in here. It does not feel good. So other than that, you guys, I have zero heartburn, and that was the purpose of the surgery, and it's great. Other things, so I don't drink soda. I also don't drink out of a straw. Like, that was one of the things that they said, or they didn't, but I found through Google, to not do. So I don't drink out of straw anymore. It puts air into all of your things. And my biggest fear was that it would get undone, because it can get undone, you guys. If I don't know about if you get the links or any of that stuff, but your stomach can stretch, and what they did can, like, be undone. So I wanted it to not be undone, which is why I started to do a better job at losing weight. I try not to get a lot of air in my stomach. Don't drink out of a straw. So eating things, like, I can feel like it still has a hard time going down some. So it's not like I'm choking anymore, but I will drink less while I eat, and I will eat smaller bites. So it does change your life some, but I mean, after the surgery, you have to, like, do this whole, like, I don't know how many weeks recovery thing, and you just deal with it. You know, if you don't want to have heartburn ever, just deal with all the not so great side effects, I guess. I don't know, y'all. I'm happy with it. I wish that area was not painful at all. That's all. That's my only complaint. I got no other complaints. So I've had, like, a hysterectomy afterwards, and they took out all that, and that's a great thing too. I mean, hey, that's the best thing ever. Don't have to deal with any of the girl things like periods and all that fun stuff. So there's that. Now I'm going to go on and talk about some other things. So if you only wanted to hear about the Nissen Fundoplication, or you just wanted to hear me say that name, your time is up. The video is over. I'm going to go on and talk about some other health problems now. Okay, I'm back. I got an editor. She wants to be desperately in this video. You're not in the video, Ken. There she is. Hello! That's my growing 10-year-old child that I gave birth to. She's my lovey. I love her. Okay, goodbye.
I have to do dishes, so.
Yes, y'all. She's got to do dishes. She's got chores. She's growing up in the world.
The guinea pigs are looking at you like, what is she talking about?
And we have 2 guinea pigs. 2 guinea pigs. Okay, anyway. That's 30 seconds wasted of your time, and I'm so super sorry. So let's rewind, y'all. I had heart surgery 2 years ago. Actually, it's been a little bit longer than 2 years. I had a myxoma tumor in my heart. They took it out. I have had horrible symptoms since. My life has not been normal since, and that sucks. But I am alive. Every day I get to breathe and see that beautiful child and my handsome husband that I married, and I am here on earth, so that is the biggest blessing out of all of it. And if I just have a little hiccup here and there, life is good, because God allowed me to still be here on earth, and I am forever grateful. So I hope that I'm making him proud with the choices that I'm making going forward. So let's talk about that. So heart surgery, then I started having crazy symptoms afterwards, like just crazy heartbeats. I'm not really sure when the whole, like, I'm about to pass out stuff happened. I feel like it pretty much happened pretty much instantly afterwards. Heart rhythms, craziness, a bazillion heart monitors, and I officially have a loop recorder that was put into my chest a year ago in August. So it's been 1 year that it's been in there. My heart doctor switched practices. I had to follow him to a new practice because he's the best in our area. In the beginning, it was just wait 12 months. It takes 12 months for your heart to get back to normal. Another thing that happens when you have heart surgery is your brain gets confused and you can't remember a lot of things. So I've been going through all that, and I'm 38. Oh, the joys. I was 36 when it all happened. So there's that. And what else? Weird heart problems. So I was having these pass out moments, and let's talk about that for a second, because it was kind of like, we know it's your heart, and that's kind of where they were going with by putting that loop recorder in my chest. We're going to watch it super close, and we're going to like pinpoint like when it's happening and why it's happening and all of that. So I continued to go about my life, and everything was great, and I would still have those moments where I would feel like I'm about to pass out. My legs wouldn't work. My arms would get really weak. I would just be super weak. And I didn't pass out, actually. It would just be like, I can't really move at all. So that was happening. It didn't happen every single day, but when it did happen, it was definitely scary. And we went to the ER more than once about it, and they could never figure it out. But they would always, before discharging me, we would say, your potassium is really low. You need to take 4 of these pills. And so they would give me potassium, but I never thought anything of that. And now, probably after like the 6th visit to the ER, throughout, 2 years, my husband was like, you know what? Every time we go, they say your potassium's low. This must have something to do with it. So I went to my heart doctor and I said, this is what's happening. And he said, I don't think it's a heart problem. I think it might be a kidney problem. You need to go to a kidney specialist. Let's rule that out first. And I have things growing on my kidney, which are called complex cysts. It's not your normal cysts. They're complex. They're going to have to do something with them eventually, but right now they're just slowly growing. I don't even know that I'm okay with that. If there's something growing, like, let's get it out. But I think like the only option to getting it out is them taking my kidney, and so keep your kidney as long as you can, right? I guess. I don't know, y'all. I have mixed feelings, emotions about that. So there's that. So I was like, okay, so we're going to a kidney specialist. So we're going to a kidney specialist, not a urologist. It's the other guy. And he was like, okay, there are one main reason why your kidneys would be doing this, and that is you're vomiting, you're throwing up, or you're sweating a whole bunch. And I'm not doing any of those. So he's like, okay, well then it sounds to me like your kidney is dumping. So you have potassium, and it's supposed to hold on to it, but for some reason your kidney's like, I don't want it, and it's dumping it. So let's do a bunch of tests. So we did a bunch of tests, including like a urine test, and they wanted to see if I was peeing out potassium. So on Friday, this last Friday, we had a meeting, and he was like, so I don't see evidence that you're peeing out your potassium. Are you sure you're not having a lot of diarrhea? And I was like, no, I'm not having any diarrhea. And so he's like, okay, well, there is... You're looking at my potassium blood test. It's still low, but it was 3.0. There's only one other option, and it's basically like these cells are shifting inside, and I was so confused. And he said stuff about insulin, and when I hear insulin, I think of diabetes, and I'm like, I don't have diabetes. I've been tested like a bazillion times. In fact, I thought I had diabetes, and I was like, I have low blood sugar. Like, I'm getting these pass out moments where I feel really shaky and things just don't feel right. And I would pursue the doctors to like tell me that I have diabetes, and they're like, nope, you don't, you're fine, you're totally fine, you're totally fine. I just went through my records to try to find my last A1C, and this would be just before heart surgery. I even went to the weight loss doctor like forever. Y'all remember? There's videos, evidence of it. Because every time I would like go to lose weight or try to lose weight, I would like get really shaky or get really weak, or I would get really sick. So I wanted a doctor to hold my hand. I haven't gone back since I've had heart surgery because I just figured everything would be fine, but everything hasn't been fine or easy or normal. But again, it's a blessing that I'm alive. So stop complaining and bitching, right? Okay. So let's talk about what we've recently discovered. This is a long video, y'all, but I'm gonna try to make it short. So he said something about like my insulin, my body is always producing insulin and all this stuff, and I kind of like checked out of the conversation, but I do remember him saying something along the lines like, it's an insulin tumor, like maybe you have that. And so that's all I could remember him saying. So I went on to Google. My brother hates that I go onto Google for everything, but if you are notoriously inside and outside of a doctor's office all the time, you start to do your own research and try to figure things out on your own, and that would be me. Okay, so I like double check and look over everything just to make sure nobody's missing anything, because those doctors, they're really busy. So the potassium's low. I have all of the symptoms of low potassium, all of them, to a T. Now, he said something about an insulin tumor. Google that. And it says it's an insulinoma. An insulinoma, it's a tumor on your pancreas. It's very teeny, but it's nonstop producing insulin. So, the other thing that you'll get with that is low blood sugar. What? So I went out to Walmart and I got myself a glucose reader, and you guys, I had a weak moment. I checked my blood, and my blood sugar was at 63, which is really, really low, and you feel awful, and you feel like you're going to pass out, and all the things. And Google says, if your blood sugar gets below 59, that's pretty bad. So it was knocking on the door. I called them, and he's like, I'm transferring you to an guys, I'm the worst at like pronunciation. Okay, you can joke on me, I don't care. Endocrinologist or something? Yeah, there's that. Okay, so there's that. And then I started to do some more research. I was like, because everything I saw was like, you get low blood sugar because you take insulin. I'm not taking insulin, nor have I been diagnosed with diabetes. And the other thing is you have low blood sugar if you have diabetes. And so then I was like, last night I was like, can normal people get low blood sugar? And my response back was, normal people can, but also people who are like knocking on the door of diabetes. And I'm probably knocking on the door of diabetes, but I'm sure that you know that if you're watching this video that doctors really don't want to diagnose diabetes, and they really don't want to diagnose pre-diabetes. They let you be in pre-diabetic forever until like you just are so sick that you have to rely on whatever medicines they're going to give you and all that thing. So low blood sugar, all the signs, all of my symptoms, shakiness, feel like I'm going to pass out, all the things. Heart palpitations, I'm having all of that. Low potassium, all the same symptoms. Insulinoma, all the same symptoms. Google that, you guys. They're all the same symptoms. And so last night I was like, when I Googled, blah, 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 it was like, well, if you have a diet that's like high in sugar, your body's going to crash, and then guess what? You're going to get low blood sugar. So I don't think I have a tumor. I think that I eat very badly. And I'm sure you're just like my brother, like, duh, look at you, you're fat. Y'all, skinny people can eat bad too and have the same symptoms, y'all. So just leave me alone because I'm fat. Okay, I'm aware that I'm fat. I'm on a journey. I just told you guys that a little bit ago. But I had an aha the other day. So 2 years ago, I had heart surgery. I guess I've been super stressed and like just dealing with it all. Although I should be blessed, I'm alive, right? But I asked my kid, I'm like, what did I immediately start eating? And I never eat ice cream, but I started eating ice cream like as soon as I came home from the hospital. And it started off with just one ice cream. It turned out to be like a box of ice cream and then another box. And it's these yummy like magnums. Like they're so delicious. Don't go to the store and get them. Don't do it. Okay. So, I was eating my breakfast yesterday, my little Nutella non-bread banana, because I have to have potassium or food. And I realized, Gail, there's zero protein in this breakfast. I downloaded this app last night and I put in my breakfast. This app is called Carb Manager. This blows my mind, you guys. So I realized that the foods that I am eating, I think they're good. However, they're just full of sugar. And so my body is getting tons of sugar, and then it crashes like 2 hours or 3 hours later. And hence, then I have these problems. So there's that information. So now what are you going to do about that, Gail? Well, I told Brianna, that's my daughter, that we will start learning about foods because I feel like a horrible parent who has been feeding my child the same crap that I'm eating, and gosh, I'm ruining her body too. So shame on me. I mean, my dad's told me a million times that I'm child abusing my kid because of what I feed her. So we're going to go on this journey. We're trying to figure things out. And if you're on socials, I have paused and deactivated all my socials for just a little while because I've just been overwhelmed and everything with my house falling apart. Yeah, my house is falling apart. My health and the homeschool stuff and the quarantine and what's that thing called again? COVID-19. Yeah, all that. I'm just like overwhelmed with it. So I had to shut the socials down for a little while because it's just too much, y'all. I can't deal with everybody complaining and crying when I'm having like crying spells of my own every single day. So I pray nonstop too. And we're getting in the Word nonstop, and life is good. Y'all, trust and believe in Jesus, and your life will be forever amazing. One more thing before I go. I did talk about this for 2.5 seconds. Heart palpitations. So I have these crazy heartbeats. What happens, it feels like it's like boom, and then it goes boom, 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 and it just feels really weird. So I think they're PVCs. And if I go for a walk, which, yay, we started going for walks again. It's just a simple walk. Move your body 30 minutes every single day. So I'm back to doing that. I stopped doing it probably in April. So it's been April, May, June, July, August. It's been too long. Anyways, my heart rate gets up to like 189. That's what it did just the other day. And so my heart's been going crazy lately. So my loop recorder is recording and it's sending all these messages to my heart doctor. And he's like, hey, look, you're having some tachycardias. And I need you to go to an EP and get a study done. So there's that. And so I'm hoping that maybe after I have like a consult, I can say, hey, I think I just have low blood sugar and this is like happening because I eat bad and we don't need to do the test. And then I don't have to do the test because I just don't really want to do the test. And that's it. That's it, y'all. That's everything that's going on in my life. And I'm homeschooling my sweet child because of all the corona stuff and my job. I'm a school bus driver and my heart doctor doesn't want me to be in the presence of anybody really until January, so we can try to figure out what the numbers are going to do. But my heart, not my heart, but the school says they will not accommodate me unless I can get disability. It's like through the job, and so we're in the fight to get that, but outlook's not looking so good. So trust and obey with God. And you know, I think I said that when you accept Jesus into your life, everything's amazing. And it's just like, hang on, because the roads are going to get bumpy, but you can always be so thankful that you have Jesus as your Savior. And you just get this peace, and you can smile through the storms and the pain and the suffering and everything you're going to endure because Jesus paid it all. I love you guys, and God bless. That's all. I just wanted to share a little update because I know you guys have been begging for them, and I'm sorry that this video took so long. I don't necessarily know that I'm going to keep updating, but I know I will here and there, but hopefully it's not like a year or 2 years later. So thank you guys for staying positive and leaving awesome comments below. Let's just put that out there to the universe. And what else? Thanks for sending me encouraging messages, encouraging comments, and loving me where I'm at, and always just being right there in my corner to cheer me on. I love each of you guys so much, and I miss you all. You can always message me through Facebook Messenger because I'm definitely still on Facebook Messenger. So, Gail Robinson, Facebook. I don't know how to do that on Messenger, but I'm there. And you can always message me here on YouTube too if you want. So, have a great one. Happy 2020. It's September. So we'll see what the 2021 brings. I love you all greatly, and I appreciate your support. See y'all later.